Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. This video will be about cost breakdown. If you are coming from Pakistan into Germany, I will divide all the cost, strategic insights, and the process which you need to follow. Like what are the documents, what are the steps you need to do, and what are the steps you need to avoid. So today our agenda will be first of all initial, which will be the assessment and preparation. Then we will talk about financial planning and block account. We will also talk about university applications and admissions, like whether they need fees or not. Then we will talk about visa process and documentation, and on arrival and integration, like what more things you need. So without wasting any time, let's begin. And this video is specifically for 2026 to 2027. If you are seeing this video in next year, so the cost will might change. This is for the Pakistani students. I will make separate videos for other countries also, but for now let's focus on those who are coming from Pakistan. Okay, so first of all, if we talk about universities, so mostly universities in Germany are public, and for the public universities, they have zero tuition fees. But there is some, you can say, exception, and the exception is in Stuttgart, in Frankfurt region, universities charge international students still 1500 euro. So you need to keep in mind 1500 euro tuition fees, which is per semester. And if you are going for the private universities, which I will not recommend you anyone to choose private universities, then it will cost you from 13,500 euro to 27,000 euros. So this is the cost of tuition fees for 2 years master's degree in private universities, 27,000 euros. Okay, and if I give you a total, you can say total cost, then it will cost around 4.3 million PKR. I will tell you how when we go further, and we will look in which processes, in you can say which things you need to pay the fees. Okay, so this is about the universities and their admission. Okay, so we will discuss from phase by phase. So we will discuss from the phase one, which is authentication, and attestation also we will discuss it. Then we will discuss from the linguistic assessment. We will discuss in phase 3 about academic evaluation. This usually involves Unisys or direct portals or VPD. And phase 4 will be about financial mandate, like the block account. And phase 5, diplomatic clearance, where you will get visa and you will arrive in Germany. So we will discuss the cost on those things. So first of all, we will go with the phase 1. Okay, so phase 1, you need to prepare your documents. So if you have O and A levels, then you need first of all equivalence certificate, and you need to do attestation of equivalence certificate also. So for equivalence certificate of O and A levels, it will cost you around 8,000 PKR, 8,000 to 12,000 PKR. And for the attestation of each certificate, it will cost you 1200. So I did attestation on 1200 PKR, but right now I don't know exactly what is the price. So you need to remember 1200 to 4000 PKR they are charging per certificate. And if you have done metric and FSC, then also you need to do IBCC certification attestation, and it will cost you around 2000 to 4000. Then comes the after IBCC, then comes the HEC attestation. So HEC attestation, usually in HEC attestation we do bachelor's degree and bachelor's transcript. So these two documents you need to attest from HEC, and it will cost you on the urgent basis around 5200 PKR to 8000 total, depending on the number of documents you need to assess. And if you want to do the attestation of copies, then it will cost you additional 1000 PKR per attestation. Okay, and of the MOFA and apostille is not mandatory, But if you are going for the HEC, which you need to do because it is mandatory, I will just recommend you to do the MUFA because apostille is not needed. MUFA will cost you around 150 PKR only, so it like less than $1. So just get these stamps from the MUFA Lahore or Islamabad or Karachi. So this is the cost of the MUFA. You don't need for the apostille, but I will tell you the apostille cost you around 3000 to 4000 PKR per document. Then in certain cases you need to do notarization. So notarization is, you can say, you take your documents to German embassy or a court. They will notarize your document, in which they will check like whether your documents are authentic or not. So this is the German mission certificate, and it will cost you somewhere around 6000 to 9000, depending on how much the person or the embassy is charging you. So this is the cost for the notarization. If I talk about the phase 2, then if you are applying for the mostly the masters, then for the masters you mostly needs IELTS certificate, and for IELTS certificate you need to give the IELTS test, and mostly nowadays you need to do computer based test, and you can get the result in 2 to 5 days. And IELTS cost here around 250 to $280, which will cost around PKR 69,000 to 76,000 PKR. It will cost IELTS, and it is mostly like widely accepted for English programs. There is other programs, other certificates also, like TOEFL, which cost around 195 to $250, and Goethe certificate. If the masters is like originally in German, then you need to give, then they will ask you A2 or B2 certificate, and for each certificate it will cost you around 80 to 150 euro. And in 80 to 150 euro it will include Sprechen, Yogan, then writing and reading. So these all 4 modules will be covered in all the tests in the IELTS, TOEFL and Goethe. If now let's move on the phase 3, which is how the universities will charge you application. So remember I told you earlier, universities in Stuttgart or Frankfurt region will cost you 1500 euro tuition fees, but there are 3 different pathways when you are applying for the German university and how they will charge you. So first of all, the direct and the most straight pathway is using the direct application, in which like you go on the university portal and you apply from there, and it will usually cost you around €0, and they will give you the result minimum in 1 month to maximum 4 months. And in the path A, in the direct application, if I give you some example of the universities, then it will include Göttingen, Bonn, then TUHH, Augsburg also, Bremen. So these are the few universities which come in direct application. Now let's talk about the UNISYST. So UNISYST is centralized body. It is made in Germany for international and foreign students. So they will charge you €75 for the first application and €30 for each subsequent applicants. You will if you have applied first in University of Dresden, then you need to apply in University of Passau. So for the University of Passau, they will be charging you €30 because you already applied €75 for the first application. So this is how the UNISYST will charge, and UNISYST will evaluate your all the documents, and after evaluating all the documents, if they think their evaluation criteria and your documents meet, then they will forward your application to the universities, and it will like from 4 to 6 or maximum it will take to 9 to 12 weeks also in the peak season to process your application. So I will recommend you apply as soon as possible. And there is also a third thing. So third thing is VPD. So VPD is for proof of documentation. So this is the, you can say, you will give all the documents to Unisys, and Unisys will evaluate all the documents, and they will issue a VPD, which is a certificate, and students need to submit those certificates to the university. So in this VPD, in this pathway C, the universities include Potsdam. So these are quite few, but they need VPD. So this is the VPD, and VPD also costs €75, and you can use one VPD in multiple applications. Like if there is University A, University B, and University C. So if all three universities require VPD, then you can give VPD to University A, B, C. So this is how the VPD works. Next, I need to tell you about some tips, you can say, for the Unisys 2026, so they can process your application as fast as possible. So if you have incomplete transcripts, especially I will talk about the masters. So you must have completed your bachelor's degree, and you must have 8 semesters transcript. So submit all academic history from all semesters. You need to also attach your OA levels, intermetric, FSC. So you need to attach all these certificates, and you need attestation. So do not submit any document without attestation to the Unisys, otherwise they will give you the correction where they will be saying you need to do attestation of these universities, and then we will again evaluate, and then again you will be in the waiting list of checking the document. So you must do HEC attestation and then MUFA. Then comes the IELTS certificate basically. So make sure whenever you are applying to the Unisys, there must be at least 6 to 12 months ahead of your certificates, which I mean here, like if you have taken the IELTS in 2025 in December, then it will be valid for 2 years. So under 2 years you need to apply, you need to give all the documents, you need to give all your certifications to the Unisys. And if your IELTS certificate, TOEFL certificate expires, then you need to do your tests again. You need to reconduct your IELTS and TOEFL examination, and then again you need to apply. So avoid these expired certifications, and make sure if your documents are in Urdu, for Pakistani students you must translate into English or German, otherwise they will not evaluate your application, they will send you correction. And make sure to, for any university you are applying on the Unisys, make sure to send the documents before the deadline. Like you must regularly check whenever when the, for some X university, if I talk about the Dresden University, so Dresden, suppose they are opening on 1st May, so you must submit with all documents on 1st May. And if suppose Dresden University has deadline on 30th May, then I will not recommend you to submit your documents after 30th May, because deadline is already over. So this is some important tips I want to give you for the Unisys. Now comes the biggest factor when you are applying for the German visa, which is the blog account. So blog account is, you can say, the German embassy wants the proof like of your living expenses, like how you will cover your living expenses whenever you will be in Germany. So it cost you around 12,168 euro, whether you choose Fentiba or whether you choose Expertio. We will discuss in the next slide about these blog accounts. So every month from the start of your visa, like if you are coming for the winter semester, then from the 1st October till 12 months, you can get 992 per month amount into your German block account. And there is also a buffer account, so this is to prevent, you can say, euro rupee shortfall. So there are always, they will ask you for the buffer amount, which will cost you around 100 euro. And now in the blog account, there are different providers which are giving you blog account. So I will recommend you only to choose with the Expertio and Fentiba. Coracle is not operating these days. They recently there was a news and in which they explained like we are not operating now, and you can withdraw the funds from Coracle and you can transfer into Fentiba or Expertio. So if we go with the Fentiba, then I will recommend you go with the Fentiba Plus, because they will give you the health insurance and travel health insurance also. So for the Fentiba, setup fees is 89 euro, and after October 2025 they are charging the monthly service fee of 10 euro. So if you made your blog account before October 2025, then you need to give around 5 euro, but now they will charge 10 euro. And for the Expertio, the setup fee will cost around 49 to 89 euro, and monthly service fee will cost around 5 euro. And of course there is mandatory buffer which will cost you around 100 euros. Okay, now let's discuss about the value package strategy. So in the value package, if you don't let's discuss, if you don't choose the value package strategy, then you just get the block account where you will block your money, but you will not get any health insurance, you will not get any travel health insurance. And these two health insurances German embassy needs whenever they will evaluate your, you can say, uh, your visa application. So when they will send you correction if you don't upload these two documents, travel health insurance and health insurance. So if we talk about the Fentiba, so I will only discuss about the public health insurances and travel health insurance. So Fentiba Plus will give you health insurance Barmer, public health insurance, and for the travel one they will give you Mavista Visa. So this is for the travel health insurance, and you need to upload these two documents when you are fulfilling your German visa application. If I talk about Expertio, then Expertio give you public health insurance of TK, which is Technische Krankenkasse, and they will give you travel health insurance of Educare 24. So these health insurances must come in the value package strategy. Otherwise you need to buy the travel health insurance alone, then public health insurance alone. So by choosing the value packages, you are getting more than what you want. So this is the value package strategy. Okay, then comes the phase 5, which is the national visa category barrier. Okay, so this visa category for the students, mostly they will give you visa from 6 months to 12 months, and in some cases they will give for the 3 months, 6 months or 12 months. So you need to extend your visa when you land in the Germany. So visa will cost you around 75 euro on official German website. They had mentioned they are charging 75 euro, and I will give you the link in the description of this video where they're asking, and all the document checklist I will give in the description of this video, so you must check those things. And I will make a separate video on how to fulfill all the details in when you are applying for the German visa. I will make the whole video about the portal system, also new portal. So the 75 euro for the national visa category D, which will cost you 24,000 to 25,000 PKR. And sometimes in Pakistan I don't see anyone have done VFS Global service fee. which cost you around 38 euro, which is 12,000 to 13,000 PKR. But mostly visa officer will ask you only the fees, which is 75 euro. I don't see anyone in Pakistan did and go for the VFS Global service fee. So this is all the uh, total cost breakdown, and the total cost breakdown uh, till now will cost around 43 PKR, 43 4.3 million, which will cost you 43 lakhs. Okay, and then also there are some, you can say, logistical cost, where if you need some translations, certified German translations, if you have if specific university ask you like you need to give documents in Germany in German, then you need to do translation, which will cost you around 1,000 to 5,000. And some universities, which are like, you can say, 1% of the universities, ask you to send the documents by uh, courier to their postal address. So for those kind of universities, you need to send the documents, which will again cost you around 6,000 to 10,000 or maybe 20,000, depending on the service for international couriers you are choosing. Okay, so this depends on which courier you are choosing in Pakistan. But mostly uh, people and students go with the universities which have their direct link with the UniAssist. Then comes the biometric. So for the biometric, it will cost you around 500 PKR. And the most important thing after getting your visa, pre-flight affair. So the cheapest flight I was searching on this Skyscanner from Pakistan was around from starting from 75,000, and the maximum it can go to 8 lakh PKR. In the peak season, it goes to like 5 lakh to 8 lakh. So I will recommend you book your flights 1 to 2 months before. It will save you much money on the flights, otherwise it will cost you too much money. Like if you are going in the October 2026, then I will recommend you to book your, after getting your visa, book your flights like in advance, from 1 to 2 months in advance, because it will again cost you 1,000 to 1,200 euro, maybe, it depends. So must book the flights in advance. So overall, the passport and attestation whole things will cost you around 35 PKR. The linguistic testing, which includes TOEFL or IELTS, this will cost you around 72 PK, 72,000 PKR. UniAssist, if you like applying to just one application or multiple applications, I will recommend you to, if your grades are not pretty much good, then you must apply to 6 to 7 universities through UniAssist and through the direct portal also, and it will cost you around 80k PKR. Visa VFS provider fees, VFS provider fees, just exclude that. Visa fees will cost you around 25 or 26,000 PKR, and one way airfare will cost you 75,000 to, you can say, 350k PKR. So it will cost you around, including the blog account, 4.3 million for 43 lakhs PKR. So from, you can say, minimum it will cost you 39 lakhs to maximum 43 lakhs, and it will also depend on the PKR to euro exchange rate. It also depends on that, so you need to keep in mind these things. So this is all. Okay, and APS is not mandatory for the Pakistani students, and make sure your PDF formatting is up to the mark. Okay, and pay urgent fees for the HEC, and for the MOFA you need to give 150 PKR on the spot. So yeah, all these things. So first of all, you need to secure your passport, then you need to do the attestation, then you need to do the IELTS. After attestation IELTS you must apply, and after getting the admission offer letter, so during whenever you are applying for the you can say for the admissions in the universities, you must arrange the money for the blog account. But if you can't arrange the money, you can join the waiting list with the blog account opening confirmation, because the waiting list is for the Islamabad embassy. It will take around 7 to 8 months, so you can join with the blog account confirmation. And later when you will get you can say when you will it will be your turn for the submission, your the embassy will ask you for to provide the full blog account, like you need to add the money in that, and you need to buy the value package. So yeah, so it will cost you 4.4 million PKR. So that's it. I hope you guys get some information from this whole total cost breakdown if you are coming from Pakistan. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You can follow me on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram. And if you want to do one-to-one consultation, if you need some help when applying to the uni, when applying for the admissions in the masters, then free feel to reach out to me, and we will discuss how I can help you. So yeah, that's it for today. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.